Week 1 of BeamNG action concludes here in El Paso, Texas at the Sunbowl. A very unique event for these West Division drivers as rain has poured down in El Paso all day long and has gotten heavier as the night has hit. How will these drivers tackle these tricky, muddy conditions at the Sunbowl? BeamNG Monster Jam from El Paso, Texas is coming up next.
It's about that time, so put it up, let's get it on. Made it this far, time to show the world who's number one. Pull it up to the line, let's do it. Anything in my way, I'm running through it. I watch the lights and my hands are sweaty. I hear the people screaming, so you better get ready. Cause when it drops, I'ma take the shot, rock the spot, make it hot. Cause it's about that time. It's about that. It's about that. It's been a long time. It's about that time. It's about that. Cause it's about that. It's been a long time. It's about that time. It's about that time. It's been a long time. Yeah, it's about that time. It's about that. It's about that time. It's been a long time.
Week 1 of the BeamNG Monster Jam series ends off with the West Division here at the El Paso, Texas Sunbowl. And this is going to be an interesting event. I'm Joe Ricassi, alongside me, Trey Bardo. And Trey, this is something we have never seen here in the BeamNG Monster Jam series. It has been raining all day long. It's gotten heavier as we've gotten later into the night, and it is still raining, expected to rain all throughout the event. What is going to happen here in El Paso?
I'm just glad to be underneath this booth right now, Joe. Those fans are getting soaked. The driver's getting soaked. The track is muddy. So, I mean, we're going to see some... You ever watch Formula Drift? It's going to be like that with monster trucks, Joe. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Well, there's where we are up there. I'm very glad we're up there because we do not have to experience anything that's happening outside. It has been a miserable day all day long here in El Paso, Texas, here at the Sunbowl. And this is going to be an interesting event. These trucks are going to be slipping, sliding around, as Trey mentioned, and we're going to see who can conquer it the best. We might not see the big air or the amazing tricks. It's going to be all about rhythm and flow here in El Paso. Let's go take a look at the 15-truck field of trucks. Kicking us off, it'll be Megalodon and Johnny Cox. In Thor, it's Pringle Man, and in Jester, we have Josh Things.
And El Toro Loco, it's Argentina, and Obsessed, it's Brandon Beal, and in Titan, it's Connor Annapol.
Then we have Superman with Riley Sampson. In Jurassic Attack, it's Noah Clifton, and in the Lucas Oil Crusader, Logan Williams.
And Spider-Man, it's Levi Jones. Bro Camino has Ryan Wilson, and in Gravedigger, it's Cody Anderson.
Then the final three big names, Max D. Anthony Hernandez, Metal Militia Brendan Sarlin, and last season's World Finals champion Big Kahuna Zachary Fitzwater Sr. rounds out the 15-truck field. But here we go, first truck out, it's a new truck. It's Megalodon and Johnny Cox. We'll see what he can do as the first truck out in this wet event. 90-second starts there, and already struggling to get the slap wheelies out, Trey.
Yeah, it's I mean, I don't really think these drivers know what to expect with how these trucks are going to handle in this mud. And as you can see, you can barely get any grip with these really huge tires if you think about it. And the treads on those things are, what, a couple inches deep? And they're still struggling to get something going.
Yeah, you would think if anything's going to be good in the mud and the rain, it's going to be a Monster Jam truck. But even these things can struggle in the rain, especially with how it's just been coming down all day. It just keeps coming down. It's not stopping. And I feel like it's gotten heavier since the beginning of the day when the pit party was happening.
Yeah, I mean, during the pit party, it was a light sprinkle. Right now, it's, as you can see, it looks like snow out there. The raindrops. So, oh no! I mean, for it being in the mud, that was an amazing save.
Yeah, normally that thing would be sliding. It would slide over forwards. That somehow dug into the ground. He just found maybe a rut, and it helped him down. But he's already over halfway through the run, nearing the final 30 seconds. Johnny Cox, for being the first one out in these muddy conditions, not doing terrible. And maybe the best thing to do in these conditions, big cyclones here in the Megalodon.
Yeah, you got to give it to him. That was probably the smartest thing. I mean, look how fast he's turning right now, especially in a shark. I don't think I've ever seen a shark swim that fast in a circle.
Well, I mean, these are good conditions for a shark, right? It's raining, he got some water out. Maybe for Megalodon's first time out, not too bad conditions. And Johnny Cox still getting some decent air and getting some good tricks, but having trouble turning around here. We'll see if he gets one final move as he count down to the final 2 seconds, 1 second 0. Will they count that? I don't know. Maybe it came close enough for them to count it, but nonetheless, even if that doesn't get counted, a great way to start the run here for Johnny Cox and the Megalodon. So let's take a look at some replays from this run. And right here, here's that save that we mentioned, Trey. Very impressive to have that happen in these conditions.
Yeah, right there. It looks like you were right. I think he did catch a rut there right where the ramp was going at 21. So, I mean, for it being the first truck in the mud, Joe, I don't think you can be too ashamed of that.
No, I think that's going to be pretty good after it's all said and done. We'll see how it ranks up as next out. New truck, Thor, Pringleman. We have a lot of the superhero trucks out here in the West Division. Spider-Man, Superman, Thor, Pringleman, the first of those trio out here, and we'll see what he could do. Is already, look at, slid into the backflip ramp. That's just how treacherous it is out there.
Yeah, you got to be very careful with this mud. I mean, if you get this truck up on the 2 wheels or, even over 2 wheels, you have a very, very low, percentage chance of saving that.
Yeah, that survival rate once you're on 2 wheels, not looking too good. When you're in the mud, he's going off the ramp in a wrong way, and it's upside down in the Thor. He's trying to save it, but there's just not going to be any grip out there to save it, and the truck is over with over 50 seconds left to run. That is not what Pringleman wanted in the Thor at all. Definitely not what Pringleman wanted at all. Let's take a look at the replay here, Trey, as the Thor goes off the ramp the wrong way and just doesn't catch right.
I mean, we were literally talking about it. You don't want to get this truck upset at all, and right here, you can see the truck just slides. I mean, normally on normal dirt, those tires would grip, but right here, you can see them trying to get traction, just nothing at all.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate for Pringleman. The Thor, not how he wanted to start out his West Division run. It's going to be a 6. That very low score right there, one of the lowest we've ever had in BeamNG Monster Jam history. And it's definitely not going to be a good day for the Thor truck. Next out, Josh Things, still in the West Division, moving over to the Jester truck. That green SUV, we'll see what he can do behind the wheel of this Jester.
Well, let's see how muddy this lime green gets after this run, huh?
Yeah. Let's see how that body looks after the run. He's going off the single jump, Trey. I think that's the first instance we've had of a single jump this season.
Good. I think they're starting to dial it down a little bit with those single jumps. Oh,
oh! He hit that pretty hard. Looks like they didn't shut him down. He'll keep going, but that's the dangers of this course, Trey, with it being muddy.
Yeah, I really didn't think about that, if I'm going to be honest with you. But, now that I just saw that, I feel like we're going to see that more often with these trucks not being able to stop. They're going to tag those walls quite a few times.
Look, he's having issues just turning around down there, and he's actually going to clip the backflip ramp. Luckily, get away from it and go to his next obstacle off of the pod obstacle. Nice air off it, lands it down nicely, and 50 seconds remain, just over half the run left for Josh Things and the Jester. So not a terrible start to the run, but he definitely has to pick it up if he wants to contend with the Megalodon truck. Gets over that ramp nicely.
Oh, we're about to see deja vu of Thor that just happened there. That could have been really bad for Jester here. Oh, there goes another wall. He's going to kick it right into reverse. Blitz that thing right around 180. That was a nice transition there for hitting the wall.
30 seconds left for Josh Things and the Jester, and it's definitely been a very sloppy run in this Jester truck. Actually kisses the back tires off the top of that ramp and has to stop before the wall almost slid into it, and he's wasting a lot of time, though, with the wall straight. It's very unfortunate.
That makes you think. I wonder if the judges are going to teach have the wall tabs almost be the same thing of having to reverse there. It's going to kill the momentum and everything. But with 5 seconds here, is he going to go for a backflip? It's going to work though. Nope.
Yeah, he stuffed it into the back. I think he knew he was running out of time and tried to get one in and stuffed into the backflip ramp. Unfortunately for Josh Things, still a solid run the Jester, but I don't know, because of all those momentum breaks, I don't think it's better than Megalodon's run.
I don't think it was. I'm going to be honest with you, though. I mean, right here, look at that. Oh, my gosh. He just stuffed the front end of that truck in there. Look at the smoke pouring out as well.
Yeah, unfortunate for Josh Things in the Jester. Not the way he wanted to end the run. If he landed the backflip, would have been a lot better, but it's going to be 1 point short, a 20 for the Jester truck. So a solid start, but definitely could have wanted a lot more than that. Next out, it's Argentina in the Toro Loco. The red variant off of the pod sideways to start the 90 seconds. A crazy way to start the run, Trey.
Look at him trying to slow the truck down there, barely getting out of the way of the backflip ramp. I mean, that's what we've seen so far from everyone that's been out, is that, you can't get these big, heavy trucks to stop in time most of the time, so.
Yeah, they're just sliding to a stop. They're not even, you hit the brakes and it slides a few more feet. It's actually going to go to some donuts here. Why not waste some clock, right? Because the donuts, some of the best moves you can make in the mud.
I think we've seen from, the East and Central, 1-2 donuts throughout the entire thing. I think this single event right here is going to have more donuts than we will have all week long.
Well, half of the run left for Toro Loco, and he's had some dead air of time, and we'll see if he can try and pick it up here in this final half of the run, but it's just not had the same flow like we saw of Johnny Cox and the Megalodon, who did a really good job for the first truck and has really, set the bar decently high. Oh
no.
My gosh! A crazy flip for the Toro Loco. Look at it slide on the roof for what felt like forever right there.
That was insane. I mean, I was waiting for that truck to grip, but I keep forgetting, Joe. This is rain. I mean, that thing's not going to grip whatsoever. I mean, I hope he's okay. That was a hard landing on the top of that truck.
That was a hard landing. Look at it again right here as he goes off of a ramp sideways, kind of near where we saw, Thor wreck. And right here, look at that slide and how long it just slides on the roof. He's in the gas, hoping something grips, but it just never does for the El Toro Loco. A tough break for Argentina right there. And much like what we saw of Thor, it happens a little bit later in the run, fortunately, for Argentina. It's going to be a 15 for the El Toro Loco truck. So far, 4 trucks out. Only 2 have scored in the 20 so far. We'll see if Brandon Beal and the Obsessed can change that. He's out into the course now.
What's his first hit? Going to be the backside of the single jump there. Nice air off of that. He's going to be able to get it stopped in time, though. Just a little love tap.
He's still trying to turn around, though. Finally gets out of that little corner he put himself in. Now he has the rest of the run to go. To the tires he'll go. And actually some nice air off that. Lands hard. Oh, no!
Oh, no!
Broke the rear of the truck. A very hard landing right there. And the mud couldn't even cushion that one.
Is that a shock broke as well? It kind of looks like one of the shocks. Oh, he's tearing up the body now.
Yeah, tore the fender off it. There's definitely there's definitely some shock.
Doesn't even look like it's holding on to it. Oh my goodness, look at the back of that thing.
He really broke that pretty well. I mean, I don't know if I've seen a rear end of the... Oh, yeah. Look, I don't think I've ever seen a rear end broke that bad.
I honestly don't think it's even connected to the truck. It just might be a couple bolts holding onto it, but at this point, I mean... It doesn't even look like he can control what ways the tires are turning.
Yeah, I think the rear steers, that switch is basically just not working at this point for Brandon.
Is that shock just dangling right there?
I think it is. He's on sidewalls on top of the pod, trying to save it off the pod, but it's on its lid. Brandon Beal had a rough ride for most of the run in the Obsessed, and it ends up ending short. Not what Beal wanted to start out his tour in the West Division.
That was... I want to see what all broke if we can get a good camera shot of this. I mean, the back of that truck was destroyed. I think this is the hit right here. It turned a little weird in the air, then right on the... Ooh. Oh, my.
4-link is broken. I'm sure there's, shocks broken and a lot more than that. Maybe even broke some of the drive shaft stuff. I mean, oh, my gosh. And then right here, broke and sidewalls on top of the pod.
I mean, the truck got more grip than what I was expecting there. He almost had it, but the little edge there, the jump, didn't help out too well.
And unfortunately, Brandon Beal over too soon, and it's not going to be a terribly high score. It's going to be a 13.5 right now, second to last of the trucks that have gone out. So Brandon Beal has not started out his West Division the way he wanted to in the Obsessed truck. Still, our leader is Megalodon as Connor Anderson and the Titan comes down. He's already sliding, Trey.
I don't think he was expecting it to be this slippery out.
Yeah, well, he's learned now before the 90-second start, so I guess that's always a benefit, right? Slide out of control before the 90-second start, and you don't waste time doing it.
Yeah, let's hope to see if that ends up being true or not. There goes that off that single jump. You can barely see that single jump. I forgot it was even there.
Can barely see any of the jumps, basically, Trey. Especially if you're in a truck, how can you see the jumps? All the paint is gone. It's just dirt on dirt.
Well, hope for the best that you're heading in the right direction and hope you hit it correctly. I mean, I don't really think you can do much else.
Well, good thing a lot of these drivers, they're experienced, especially Connor Anderson, the Titan, drove last season in the Central Division in the Octanair truck. So if there's anyone who knows how to drive in some weird conditions, the Octanair truck was a very weird condition to drive in. Connor Anderson maybe has some experience in these different conditions.
Yeah, you would definitely have to think so. He got a little squirrely off the single jump there. It's going to kick him. I mean, that was probably as best as he could have done without getting himself into, serious trouble there. So nicely done. About 30 seconds remaining, though. I mean, I'm not really seeing that much momentum getting built up here. I don't know about you, Joe.
Yeah, the momentum is definitely lacking, but if he can get some crazy moves in, that's something we haven't seen yet tonight. So if he can get some different moves in, who knows? But so far, you can see he's kind of laboring around the course, looking for moves. Is right there. That was a move. Almost could have flipped him over, but he still has 10 seconds left. What can he do to end out the run in a good way? It looks like maybe going towards the backflip ramp.
Well, let's see if the same thing happens as it did the Jester. He's going to hit it. That was a lot better. Look at that truck rotate, and he landed it.
First truck to land a backflip tonight, so that's going to score some points in the judges' eyes for sure, and we'll have to see if that can try and contend with Megalodon. 21 by Johnny Cox. This is a score to beat. We'll see if Titan and Connor Anderson can do it, Trey.
Well, let's see this. I mean, again, I was expecting, the same thing with Jester to happen, but he was able to rotate the truck beautifully, let it right back on the all fours, so I think the judges are going to really like to see that.
Yeah, the judges have to definitely give some points for that. Will be enough to take the lead at 22.5. So maybe the backflip at the end did it. Connor Annapol in the Titan now sits in the hot seat as next out, the second of the superhero trucks, it's Superman and Riley Sampson going straight for the back of the pod for his first hit of the 90 seconds.
Well, I think that's easily, we can say that's the biggest air we've seen so far tonight.
Yeah, in any normal event, that would maybe be, normal air. Nothing important, but here in the mud, if you get air that big, that is definitely going to wake the judges up, especially starting the run out like that for Riley Sampson.
Looks like he's definitely trying to build the momentum as quickly as Superman can here, and gonna whip it around, gonna hit the little pod section there, land it right on the back of the truck, almost flipped it to the side.
Oh, and now he's, look at that, trying to keep it out of the wall. Just gassed it up like you are drifting, and did a great job for Riley Sampson getting out of that. But this man, he knows how to do really well in these Monster Jam events. Think back to Season 1, the Mohawk Warrior Trey. We at Tampa, while Justin Zaydell and Gravedigger had the best run of the night, Mohawk Warrior and Riley Sampson did not have a bad run either, and had many great moments in his run there. And made it to the World Finals in Season 1. He's trying to back it up with the Superman this season. Has 30 seconds left here in El Paso.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the people you can always count on being up there near the top of the leaderboard, going for the backflip. Beautiful. Nicely done. I mean, it's on the other side of the backflip ramp, so the judges might count that as a new move being pulled. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, technically it's a different ramp that he hit, so it could count as something new. But down to the final 12 seconds for Riley Sampson, getting a little bit crazy now. I think he doesn't care what happens. He just wants to. He knows he's had a good run. He wants to end it out in the right way. 5 seconds left. Sampson trying to get traction to get going. Will he hit this move in time? He will. A nice sky wheelie over the pod, and that will be it. Riley Sampson, maybe the run of the night so far. I think that should definitely take the lead away from Titan.
I think I can definitely see that competing with the lead here, but we'll have to see what the judges think themselves. As we look at the replays here, this backflip, I mean, I think that might have been a little bit cleaner than Titan's was.
I think so. I think he landed it more square. Titan was maybe just a little bit more on the rear. We'll see what the scores are to 23.5. Riley Sampson by a point is in the hot seat over the Titan truck. We'll see if he can hang on his next out. It's Noah Clifton in the Jurassic Attack. Trey, this is one of the more unique trucks you'll ever see in BeamNG Monster Jam.
Yeah, that is a very unique paint scheme there. I mean, I'm used to the classic Jurassic Attack. Oh my goodness. Well, he's announcing his presence and a little love tap.
Little love tap, but does have to reverse, unfortunately. But it could have been a lot worse. He could have hit the wall and gotten shut down. But we can see with Noah Clifton, he is on full attack mode. I guess that's why he's in the Jurassic Attack.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty fitting there, isn't it, Joe? You think Toro Loco's a little jealous of how big Jurassic Attack's horns are compared to, the Crazy Bull?
I think so. And in all honesty, maybe Noah Clifton got an upgrade because last season he was in the Bulldozer with some horns, but now he's in the Jurassic Attack. So,
oh, my goodness.
And so far, Clifton is getting all sorts of sideways out here in this truck.
He's already tapped that's twice he's tapped the wall now, I think so. Well, we have to get a wall tap counter going here. I mean, you never know. He's going to cross-thread it a little bit. Nicely done. He even set himself up. I thought he was going to hit it again. That
was beautiful, though, to get away from that. And an early backflip, over 30 seconds left to go off it. The nose is gone off the truck. In fact, one part of the nose is still on, but I guess you call that the hood came off.
Yeah, I think that was the hood. I don't even know. We'll call it the hood. We'll call it the hood. He's going to go off this pod section there. Nice air. Got a little bit of a slap wheelie out of it, which I'm surprised to see.
Oh, look at that momentum trying to keep it out of the wall as well. Noah Clifton going crazy in the Jurassic Attack. 10 seconds left. He's getting some more massive air tray. Trying to contend with Riley Sampson, who just went out before him. A crazy way right there. Oh, he's in the wall hard. And that will end the run out. The 90 seconds completed, and Noah Clifton may give Riley Sampson a run for his money right here.
I think this is another run, Joe, that's going to compete with the lead. Is this going to be, what would that be, three lead swaps in a row?
That would be 3 straight runs of new leaders. Right here, this first hit, look at that air in the mud.
I'm surprised he didn't hit the wall any faster than what he actually did, ending up hitting it as well. I mean, he got that truck stop pretty fast.
And then right here, oh yeah, you can see that. I think the horn maybe hit it and tore it off.
That's all right. It just helps him see a little better.
I guess so. The horn is out of the way now.
A little bit of a moonwalk, too.
Yeah, a slight moonwalk. Maybe as good as you could do in these conditions. And then right here, this final move, as he kind of wheelies into it, noses over the pod, and then kind of puts it back on the back. So Noah Clifton, a very, very solid run. The Jurassic Attack and Trey, 3 straight lead changes, a 24 for Clifton. Now, Jurassic Attack sits on the hot seat. Will we get our 4th straight lead change? It's Lucas Oil Crusader and Logan Williams out next.
Already with a solid hit there. Watch out for the single jump!
Oh, nice bicycle
what
move.
What a save. Well, Joe, it's the first time we see the single jump, and it's already backed up to its normal antics.
It has, but luckily for Logan Williams, this turned out pretty well for him in the Luxor Crusader. Now he goes back off the single jump, gets off it, a little bit of wheelie there, nothing too big, and I think tried to get into an endo right there, or a stoppie or something.
It looks like he tried to stop the truck, but the mud wasn't agreeing. Oh, that's all right. That's okay. Yep, get it off the wall. You're good. There you go.
What is that, about 5 wall taps?
Nah, he was skateboard, so it was 50-50. He's good.
Nice sky wheelie there. Look at that. Pulls into a wheelie.
Goodness.
Up over the pod and sky wheelie off that as well.
Well, I think he's trying to make it the fourth different leader we've had in a row so far. He's definitely doing the moves for it. He has a little bit of momentum here. That kind of killed it. They were having a hard time turning it around, but he's going to go straight into another jump. Some nice air to follow it up with. About 30 seconds remaining on the clock.
Well, how would we be able to go through Logan Williams' freestyle run through without mentioning last season, the Atlanta Last Chance event, when he was driving the Obsessed truck, that front flip he did off the back flip ramp. Oh no, I've seen this story before.
Is it going to rotate back around, though? Up on 2 wheels?
He's trying some sidewalls in the mud. I don't know if it's going to work, though. He's... oh.
That truck looked like it was figure skating. I mean, the way it was just sliding there with barely any movement at all was insane.
10 seconds left for Logan Williams. We'll end the run short. We'll take a look at some of the replays right here. This hit off that single jump onto 2 wheels. A nice bicycle move, though, to get it stopped also before the wall as well.
That might be as good as a save you're going to be able to get out in these conditions. I mean, he really didn't, have the truck slide too much. And then right here, Joe, as you said, it looked like the same exact thing as Thor did. Except this one rotated a little bit more, got up on those wheels, and came so close to pulling it out.
Almost feel like it slid onto the wheels with how it was looking right there. It looks like it almost slid in the mud back onto the sidewalls. And
that's crazy.
He tried, but, I mean, he must have hit a rut or something that just it canceled the sidewalls out.
Oh, my word.
It's going to be a 19 for Logan Williams. Not terrible. Might put him around mid-pack when all is said and done. That's right now, it's not too terrible for Logan Williams. So we'll see how it goes. But next out, new to the series, both truck and driver, it's Levi Jones, and the third superhero, Spider-Man, is out next.
This was always one of the body styles I was always most fascinated with. I mean, it just looks so different compared to everything else we have out there. It's very fun to look at there, especially with Spider-Man being on the truck.
It is a nice body for sure, and Levi Jones going to try and take it to higher places. Started with a little bit of a sky wheelie right there over the pod. Now looking for his next move, trying to find some sort of traction to get going off the racing, and he'll go because that was really the only thing he could hit down there. Got some nice air off it, but now turning it around. It looks like he's going into some cyclones, but put himself into a box right here in the corner.
If he knows where he's at. Oh, no! That could have been a lot worse than what it turned out to be. But luckily, like I said, he knew where he was at, and he knew where those containers were sitting.
Looks like he's going off the single jump right here with nearing the halfway point of the run. Nice job there. Really off it into the pod.
Oh, my goodness.
Shooting over the pod. Oh, no. He landed the wrong way.
And the truck's going to slide on the roof. I don't think he's going to get a chance to pull or save this one. No, he's not. But, wow, what a move that was.
About 40 seconds remaining for the Spider-Man. And we have to look at this move again because something I don't think we thought would happen in conditions like this. But, oh, my gosh.
He got the front wheels up and just gunned it. I mean, that would have been really cool if that would have bounced the correct way. But put him right on his lid and upside down it went.
And unfortunately, the cool move ended up being the ender of the run for Levi Jones and the Spider-Man. Still about half the run remaining, and it's only going to be a 9.5 for Levi Jones. A disappointing start to his BeamNG Monster Jam career here in the Spider-Man. This next man out, Pro Camino Ryan Wilson, he knows how to get it done. Won the first event last season in the West Division in this truck. We'll see if he can repeat it here this season, Trey.
Some nice air for his first hits there. He's going to whip it around. I mean, pretty much put him perfectly where he wanted to go. Hit the other side of that pod section a little bit sideways, though, but he's going to be able to control it and combo it up with the other pod.
Yeah, I think that the more worrying part was trying to stop before the wall. He did do that. Turn and barely keep it out of the wall and keep it on going, but some momentum is lost, but he can try and make it up in this final minute of the run as he gets off the pod sideways. Gets over it nicely, now trying to turn around in a quick manner so he can get going to his next obstacle. Very tricky conditions. You can see out there with Ryan Wilson just how much he's struggling. He's done really well in the BeamNG Monster Jam series in the past, but some nice air to make up for it.
There's some huge air. I mean, that might challenge for the biggest, and he's going to drift it. Might turn too much for his leg. Actually, that was nicely done right there.
Oh, watch out. He's going off the ramp
no.
sideways. He did a great job, though, controlling it. That or he just went off it perfectly.
I mean, that was, I thought we were going to see a three-peat of what happened before. He's going to go straight into the backflip. Oh, no.
Oh, no. It twisted in the air, and Wilson has no chance to save it whatsoever.
I don't know if there was much he could have done there. It's the way he hit the jump. It kicked his truck off to the side and puts up onto his lid there in the mud.
Well, let's see this backflip right here. Yeah, he just hit it a little bit crooked, and that's what did it. Just screwed it over in the air.
Oh, I'm surprised that truck held together. That's a tough truck.
Four-link bar broke
never mind.
on the
There's
back.
a four-link broken. I lied.
So we didn't see that first, but yes, a four-link bar did break on that, and it's going to be a 17. So we had a good run going, but unfortunately went over early. No chance to save it whatsoever, but now we have Gravedigger and Cody Anderson now. Fourth to last truck to go out. Score to be a 24 by Noah Clifton, Jurassic Attack, and Cody Anderson has been moving up the ladder. Think about, started out in Brodozer in Season 1, then went to the Stone Crusher last season. Now he's in the famed black and green Wrecking Machine, and Gravedigger trying to start out the run big right there for the 90 seconds.
Well, yeah, we know the Gravedigger team likes to go, hard whenever the conditions are dry. Let's see how the driver does and the team does whenever the conditions are not as preferred, is what I should say.
Oh, no! He's upside down already!
No.
Wait, just slid back on all fours!
I think he can thank the mud for that one. I mean, the truck did not lose any momentum whatsoever when it started sliding on that mud, and when it hit the tires, it hit a rut, and it flipped it right back over on the all-four BKT tires.
Basically, what I'm finding out about mud is it has decreased friction by maybe half, if not more. Because there was no friction in that rollover at all.
I would never think I'd see these huge heavy trucks slide, but I mean, I'm proven wrong. Oh, that's a hard hit there.
Yeah, I'm surprised nothing broke on the back of that truck, like a wheel or hydro or something. He's going for a backflip here. 30 seconds left. He's gonna not get enough rotation. Bounce off the nose, and it's on its lid.
Is he gonna try to pull out of it? They might have already hit him. I'm gonna be honest. That was a pretty decent hit. That a lot of smoke poured out too whenever it hit, so they might have shut him off.
An unfortunate break for Cody Anderson here in the Gravedigger's first run in that famed machine. Not going to go the way he wanted, but it started out very well with this amazing save, and thanks to the mud.
I mean, look at that thing slide, and then it hits a rut, or I'm assuming the other drivers were at the hit the backflip ramp and tap the wall, and that pretty much settled it back down. I mean, nicely done for keeping his composure and putting it back on the all fours.
And then right here, the backflip, which ends the run. It looked like it's going to be perfect rotation, but I think he hit the brakes too early, Trey.
That might have been it, too. Then right here, goes upside down. Windshield's out. Everything else is broken off the truck, and he's just going to lay it.
17.5 for Gravedigger. Right now around mid-pack for the black and green Wrecking Machine. But next out, we mentioned there was going to be a new bomb style for Anthony Hernandez. Well, Trey, it's the original Max D out on the course for Anthony Hernandez.
Man, I feel like I haven't seen this thing in years, Joe. It's bringing back so many memories back to my childhood. And Max D just do a slap wheelie?
It doesn't normally happen, but anything can happen in the mud, I guess.
I mean, I'll give it to him, but it's always nice to see the original Maximum Destruction truck that is back out on the track.
Yeah, I mean, nickname was Max D, but the full name, Maximum Destruction, which they dropped the and Destruction off the new truck.
Took you a little bit to think about that, didn't it?
It did. A lot of letters that they cut off there. Had to think about it. But so far, Hernandez doing a good job in the Maximum Destruction. Going for a backflip really early.
Go for a backflip.
Perfect.
Nicely done. I think that's the first backflip that truck's done. And giving a little kiss to the arm or the barrier.
Well, now he's over halfway through the run into the final 40 seconds for Anthony Hernandez, and he's had some good momentum, some good moves, and maybe he could be the one to challenge Noah Clifton in the Jurassic Attack. Remember, 24 score to beat. He barely kept it off that wall down there.
That was probably the closest I think I've seen one of these trucks without hitting a wall there. He's going to combo it up, pod section, nicely done. Gonna whip it back around with a little help with the backflip ramp to settle him out.
Yeah, use the banking right there to help him out. Off the single jump sideways. Final 10 seconds for Anthony Hernandez. Cross thread. Oh my gosh! It's upside down. It's on the barrier, and he saved it.
I mean, it works, but that was a hard hit on the back there, and the time's gonna run out. I don't even know if I don't know if he broke the truck or what, but I don't see anything going on with it.
Yeah, I'm wondering. They have the pin in the back. Did him landing up there pull the pin?
It could have. I mean, it definitely hit it hard enough. But this backflip right here was nicely done, and as we said, a little kiss there to the container.
Landed on it with the rear wheel and drove off it. But right here, this final move, if anything's going to help him beat Jurassic Attack, it might be this move, which puts him over the top.
Oh, it might have pulled the pin. You might be right there, Joe.
There they REI'd because they probably thought he was going into the stands or something. But Trey, new leader. Anthony Hernandez in the maximum destruction at 24.5. But unfortunately for Hernandez, two really strong contenders. Brendan Sarlin, two-time West Division champion, is out, and Metal Militia looking for a three-peat this season.
I think he had a little bit of a, I wouldn't say sore attitude, but a little bit of a not the happiest attitude at the end of last season.
Yeah, after the World Finals, you know it. Went over early and had a run before he went over early that could have, oh my gosh, he was going back to where he started. But a run that could have gotten if he filled the full 90 seconds. Well, now Brent Sarlin is back in the Metal Militia, back in the West Division, looking for his third straight West Division title. And oh no!
Ooh.
He just hit the wall and did, oh my gosh.
That's going to mess him up big time.
He's kind of stuck over there at the moment, trying to get going, and still half the run remaining, but definitely, oh my, yeah, he's mad now.
No, yeah, I was going to say, if he wasn't, so we talk about him not being so happy from last season, if that anger carried over and that little moment right there, it's going to, he's definitely not having one little bit of a smile on his face.
Oh, is the rear broken on that truck?
Oh, I think I do see that rear tire is flaring around there. It's definitely broken.
Oh no, and he's going to be on his lid and no, look at him hard on the gas. He was really hoping that was coming back.
He's very angry right now.
Brendan Sarlin has had so much success in the BeamNG Monster Jam Series, and this is going to be one of those times he wished he had that success over early in the Metal Militia, and this could put him behind the 8 ball to start the season, and obviously the break earlier in the run didn't help, but right here, here's what put him over in that Metal Militia.
Yeah, look at that. The tire is burnt. I didn't even notice that when he hit the barrier there. Right here, slid, as you said. Look at the fumes puffing out of the exhaust.
The fumes and the tires going at a rate of knot. It's giving 18 for Metal Militia and Brendan Sarlin around mid-pack. But now Trade's down to the final one, and this man was happy after last season. He won the World Finals. It's Zachary Fitzwater Sr. and the Big Kahuna. And where's he going?
He was expecting more air off of that, but I think he missed the jump.
I think he hit the,
I think he missed the jump,
yeah. There is a jump down there that is a really, really steep obstacle. He hit the one next to it.
He missed the jump. Well, I mean, if Fitz is going to do anything for his first hit on his campaign to go back-to-back, I think it's to miss his first hit.
Right there, you can see the big jump he hit to the left of it.
Is he going to go for it this time? There he goes.
Not
he got it that time.
But he got it.
Oh, my. Well, we'll see if that fuels his drive here to try to go for the win.
Oh,
nope.
Having to back up, that's going to be detrimental, and half the run left now. So it's gone through the time quickly for Fitzwater, and so far, Trey, it's just not been a typical Fitzwater run.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think him missing his first hit kind of threw off his game plan there. He had to rethink everything, and now he's kind of going off the spot. We'll have to see if he can gain it back. Oh, no. Man, that was really close.
You have to wonder, Fitzwater's... Fitzwater's mode of attack is always go very hard. I don't think that works too well in the mud.
I mean, I think we've seen that with a lot of drivers tonight, though. I mean, most of their thing is just, hit what's in front of you as hard as you can. But with this mud, it's really killing them. With 5 seconds remaining here, John, I'm going to be honest. I don't think he's going to get it here. Yeah,
he's mad. He is furious right now. You could tell. He just sent off that jump hoping it would flip upside down. He's not done yet. He's still in the gas.
At least he kept up with one thing this season. That's completely destroying that body style of that truck. He's still going, Joe. I don't think he's gonna be able to get out of this. No,
I think it was impossible. But I think he's taking out some anger. Just when you're angry, just put your foot in the gas, and it'll make everything better. But like you were saying, I don't think that's gonna come close, Trey.
I really don't think it is either, Joe. And I mean, like I said, there's no momentum at all. It looks like the mud was really, his biggest competitor here. I mean, forget not being able to see the ramps, but not being able to, really get anything going here with no speed. Really killed it.
And right here, this wasn't judged. This was after the time was up, but he was quite angry right here, and you can see how hard he's in the gas in this big Kahuna truck.
I think Brennan would have done the same thing if we're being honest. These last two guys, when they flipped over, I don't think they let the pedal off the metal off the pedal, or however you say it. I don't know, Joe, but at all. I mean, those engines have to be ruined.
Oh, yeah. Well, Fitzwater's ruined a lot over his years of BeamNG Monster Jam, so why not ruin another one? It's going to be a 17.5. That's down below the front half, which means Anthony Hernandez in the Maximum Destruction wins the first event of the season here in El Paso.
Might have you think that classic Max D might be bringing some good luck right now. We'll have to see if he can continue it to next week.
Well, he was runner-up last season in the West Division to Brennan, hoping to beat him this season. A great start to his goal to try and go get into that West Division Championship. Some drivers down here not faring well. As you can see, the drivers on this page are actually going to be below the cut line entering the final 4 events. As you see it right there, the cut line is Brendan and then Fitzwater on the bottom of it. Think about Hernandez and Clifton. They're feeling decently well along with Riley Sampson. They built up some nice gaps. And once again, every event winner's always made it to the World Finals in the BeamNG Monster Jam Series. A very unique Week 1 for the BeamNG Monster Jam Series Season 3. Tune in next week for the second week of competition.